if you really want to see a very high profile brand, highly respectful, you need to do a lot of work. And your work starts from the bottom, two parts: your values, your integrity, your life vision, your purpose. So more spiritual things you start, or you define at least. Because once you define, you don't need to do much work on it. It is a deep belief you develop, and that deep belief result into creating a character for you. Character is again something given, something already there. Character is not really doing something because you operate by your values. It's already defined. It's a framework in which you operate, right? That's one part. On the left side, that's more practical part, your knowledge and your skills. They create and result into your competencies. So character and competencies are the two integral part of a good personality or personal brand. If any one of them is lacking, your leadership is lacking. Because there are leaders, if you look around in this world, you will find leaders who are very competent but lacking character. Or there are leaders who are very strong in character but don't know how to do the business. So you need to work on both of them. Right side is really changing your belief, changing your mindset, and left side is more learning the right skills, developing the right knowledge, and then with combination of the competency and character, you develop a level or profile or personality or leadership where you could deliver the results. So what are the results? Your character and integrity help you to develop deep relationships with the people, with the right people. And once the relationship is there, when you work through your competencies, that helps you to deliver a better impression on the people, or help you to work with other people in a more cordial and friendly and smooth fashion. And ultimately, the deliverable is your reputation, your leadership, your personal brand. So look at this model. And right side, your relationship, character, and values could be term. You don't change them every day. You cannot actually. So it's a reflection of your life. It's a reflection of how did you grow up, what type of people you spend your life. It's long term, it's difficult to change, but it is possible to change with a lot of efforts. What is the left side is more fluid, more short term, more current. Here you have to keep updating your skills. You need to keep updating your knowledge. That is how you manage and maintain your competency. To look in the world, what is happening for the last 6 months. Suddenly there was something called ChatGPT, which triggered a lot of things about the AI technology. Now in 6 months, we are living in an AI dominated world. And if you don't know anything about AI, you become irrelevant. So you need to worry about it, right? If AI is not reflected in your personal brand, it may be considered obsolete or irrelevant. So you don't need to worry about your character, values, and integrity because they are long-term, they are given, they are permanent. But you need to worry about your knowledge and skills and update it. And not only update it, reflect in your personal brand, express it so other people know that you have updated knowledge and skills. This is, again, very critical part of the personal branding. Not only that you develop knowledge and skills, you have to communicate or express or ensure that your personal brand is known by other people or the people who matter for you. And how do you do it? You do it through your communication, not only verbal or the physical demonstration of your habits and attitudes and your values, but also ensure that people where you are not physically present, the people come across with your brand, are careful. So when I say communication, doesn't mean that you are all the time boasting about yourself. You're all the time trying to impress people with simply what you have achieved or what you could do or what you will do, right? You need to be very careful. The best way to communicate is to demonstrate your abilities. If you have been assigned to a project and you did a good job, people will recognize that. People will see themselves. That is how you communicate your brand. In today's world, if you think that you have certain skills and there is no way you could demonstrate it, that's useless. Simply by saying that I'm a problem solver, I'm a critical thinker, I'm a strategic thinker, not enough. You need to demonstrate. So that is how you communicate. And once you communicate with demonstration, there is no doubt, there is no question about your abilities. Communication is an art. Art means that there are no rules. You have to use your judgment. So there are ways and occasions where you have to talk about your skills and your brand and your competence, right? So for example, in a job interview, that's a place. They would like to listen from you. Your demonstration during the job interview is through your conversation and communication. So the way you communicate, that determines whether you are boasting about yourself or you are really mean it. So if you have done some projects in your previous job, then tell them this is the right time to tell them that how quickly, how successfully you completed those projects. And they will ask more questions. Then you give more reasons and more ways. How did you achieve that? For example, in my active career, when I was the CFO, actually, active CFO, I changed few jobs towards the end of my career because I learned the art to how to really get a CFO role. And I think in the last 10, 12 years, I changed 2 or 3 jobs. So when I start a new job, my goal was to really communicate my brand. I didn't have much time to wait for years. On the average, I was moving 3 years on a job and again taking next CFO role and with higher compensation and higher perks. That was my goal. So the one technique which I learned to communicate my brand faster, within 1 month or 2 months, let's say 6 to 8 weeks, I would conduct a training for the senior management. So I'm a CFO, I'm a new CFO. They don't know me, right? They don't know my brand. I could take 6 years, 1 year, 2 years to really demonstrating my skills and my achievement and impress them, but I have a different way to do it. So within 6 to 8 weeks, I would offer, listen to my words, I would offer a training called Finance for Non-Finance. I would invite 10 to 12 most senior members of the management team and say, look, I have some ideas I would like to share with you about how to deal with finance and how to do finance things. It is called Finance for Non-Finance Managers or Executives. Are you interested? And they're all very interested all the time, right? So I would conduct a full day training or half day training, depending on the size of the organization and the people. And I would basically literally do a training, finance for non-finance. And within 6 to 8 hours, on a single day, I'm able to create a strong impression about my capability, about my competence. I would bring examples from my previous work, what I did, how I did it, and I will put some advice into it. I will bring some new ideas based on the recent research, because 4 to 6 hours, it's my opportunity. They are there to listen to me with full focus. And I used to take full advantage of it. The work I could have achieved in 2 years, I achieve in a single day in 4 to 6 hours. And suddenly I see the change in their attitude before the training, after the training. So you need to come these type of high leverage things, high leverage ideas, where you could really communicate your brand in a very effective and impressive manner. So you don't spend much time and they get what you want them to see you as.